Okay, now we're going to be using the rules that apply to logarithms, either the natural log with the base e or the log with a base of 10, which is programmed in your calculator, or any base number. So first let's look at what that looks like when we see the command take the derivative of the natural log. All right, so here is the rule. To take the derivative is 1 over whatever is inside here. So what I guess this is called the argument. Whatever's the argument, 1 over the argument times the natural log of the base. But the natural log of e cancels, so oftentimes students won't write it, but it's a good habit to be into because that's part of the derivative process. And then whatever is inside here, you multiply it by the derivative of that. And this says take the derivative of that function. Well, the derivative of x is just 1. So the derivative, the basic ln function, the derivative of the basic natural log of x is just 1 over x. And then I'm going to show you some other tips. So, for how you can quickly decide. So remember, here's the rule. It's 1 over this. Now you could rewrite the 5 down in front, or we could actually read this as, there's two ways to do it. You can read that as 1 over x to the 5th, and then that can be rewritten as, when you take the derivative, 1 over x to the 5th times the natural log of that base, which is e, and the natural log of e cancels, and then you multiply it by the derivative of x to the 5th, which is 5x to the 4th. And then notice what happens. Well, 5x to the 4th times 1, so 5x to the 4th over x to the 5th. X to the 4th and x to the 5th, rules of exponents, that would cancel, and that would cancel to 1. So this simplifies to the derivative of the natural log of x to the 5th is simply 5 over x. And then now I want you to pay attention. Look at this exponent. That is the coefficient or the constant in the numerator, and then the argument, the x value, is in the denominator. So let's do another one of those really quickly so you can see what I mean. So if I want you to take the derivative, so d dx of 3x to the 4th, so look at what this is. I predict that the answer will be 4 over x. So dy dx is equal to 1 over 3x to the 4th times the natural log of e, and those cancel. And the derivative of 3x to the 4th is 12x to the 3rd. And then look at what we have. Whoops. dy dx, not 3. 12 divided by 3 is 4. And then x cubed over x to the 4th, that cancels, and that cancels to 1. So there's a pattern, and if you're paying attention to the pattern, it should always work. And the same goes for log. It's just that when you write the natural log of the base, those don't cancel. But that's why I say be in the habit of doing that. I still predict that the answer will be this over this, but you have to just have tacked on the natural log of 4. So if we were to rewrite this, it would, or take the derivative, it would be 1 over this thing times the natural log of this base times the derivative of x cubed, which is 3x squared. So dy dx, and I'm pretty sure I have that down here. Yeah, I do. And then look at what happens. 3 over 1 is still 3. X squared cancels. And what we have is 3 over x times the natural log of this base right here. All right, that's it for the derivative rules for log and natural log.